not get co-opted. They belong to this country. Their ancestors belong to this country. They are very much part of this country. But they should not give up the culture of this country.
Dr. Swami, do you think that the young and the youth of India will accept or understand these arguments?
That's the undercurrent today. And the way I put it...
It hasn't been seen electorally.
You will see it.
BJP,
no, I wouldn't
two
say...
elections, Dr. Swami.
That's okay.
There doesn't seem to be any...
There
don't seem to be takers for this kind of agenda.
Because BJP betrayed the agenda. That's why people didn't vote for him. But when the original idea was the Ram Janmabhoomi took place, they went from 2 seats in Lok Sabha all the way to majority. Then once they came to power, for 6 years they did nothing. The BJP failure in 2004 is because of the letdown of the Hindutva.
And in 2009?
2009, that's a very controversial thing because this is one of my court cases which I have, which is the electronic voting machine has been manipulated.
I'm not convinced. You haven't won me over, and I'm not sure.
I'll do it by osmosis, don't worry.
You're a politician, and yet your, let's say the platform on which your actions get implemented or your ideas get implemented have either been the judiciary or in the media. Why is it that people have not got enthused by your ideas? The Janata Party, as we speak, has no MPs, no MLAs, if I'm not mistaken. Are you going to blame it on the EVMs?
No, I didn't contest a single election last time.
And what about other people in your party? Because I do believe that the Janata Party has state units.
Without that I couldn't be moving around, I couldn't be received and seen off.
So why is it that your ideas, your crusades don't seem to be, galvanizing public in the favor of your ideology?
Well, I wouldn't say quite like that because after the emergency I got elected from northeast Bombay, which was considered the stronghold of Shiv Sena. I had Tamilian, not once, but twice. I've been elected from UP. I've been elected from Madurai, which has a strong anti-Brahmin basis. So the day I entered politics, I came to the conclusion that much of the mass base that people talk about is caste, and I don't want any part of it. So when you disown any caste, including your own, then you do not get fanatic supporters. I certainly am a leader without a party, yes. But at least you should appreciate I never left the party I joined, which is Janata. Everybody else left it. But I stuck it on, despite all the nasty comments about the party doesn't exist, it's a signboard party, all this. I said, this is the party which brought us democracy, I'm not leaving it. Let everybody go.
What is the source of funds for the Janata Party?
The usual. I collect, I call up people, they give me money. But they know that once they give me money, I'm not amenable. I'm a traditional Brahmin, no? It is your privilege to give me money.
You don't want caste to be important. Now when it suits you, you're a traditional Brahmin. Come on, Dr. Swami.
Caste for problem is birth. I don't believe that Brahmin is by birth. That's what Bhagavad Gita says. It's not by birth. Brahmin is someone who has learning, who has courage, and has no wealth. But the kings will be afraid of him. That is the definition of Brahmin.
That's also the definition you would like us to believe of Dr. Subramanian Swami?
Yeah, it fits me. It absolutely fits me.
But why should we believe you when you say that I call up people and they give me donations, but I'm not amenable?
Yes.
Why should we believe
Tell me one thing where people can say, he got this money, that's why he has done this. No. I've been in politics for 40 years. There's not a single criminal case against me. Except defamation cases, no other case. Because I accuse other people.
When people call you an opportunist, what do you say? Because, I mean, everybody knows about the tryst with Jayalalitha, right? And
yes,
so,
yes.
And then...
But there was no opportunism there, you see, because I fought her, filed cases against her. When I joined her again, I did not withdraw the cases. If I had withdrawn the cases, it would have been opportunism. But I did not. Today she is suffering only because of those cases which I filed. And I told her the very first day. She came to me. I didn't go to her. She came to my house, and I said that...
But if you believe somebody is a criminal, why would you want to consort with them?
Well, you see...
Where's the principle there, Dr. Swami?
Then like asking Winston Churchill, if you believe that Stalin is a murderer, why did you join with him against Hitler? I joined her against Karunanidhi. And Karunanidhi, I never thought would come back. He came back. He took advantage of the campaign I had led. He used the organization.
It's a given that you're a brilliant mind.
Yeah.
You have great intellectual prowess,
Yeah.
and yet, you know, you're dismissed as a man who makes a lot of noise.
Dismissed by whom? By whom?
By a lot of different people. They may be your enemies, they may be vested interests, but they could also be just people who don't know too much about what is happening.
That doesn't matter. If they are ignorant, I can't.
But does that happen? Do you think you're doing yourself a disservice sometimes? Because I was reading, you know, on the Janata Party website, and people are familiar that you've been doing this for a long time now, this "Do you know Sonia Gandhi?" and all these accusations about Sonia Gandhi, her family, her ties. Do you feel sometimes that some issues like this, and this is an example in that direction, have done a disservice to what you could achieve and the influence you could wield?
No. See,
it's a distraction from the good work that you may be doing.
If I expose Sonia Gandhi, all her supporters are going to oppose me. They're going to say 1,000 things. Otherwise, I'll end up like Manmohan Singh, you see, where you become just a rubber stamp. I don't want to be a rubber stamp. I didn't give up teaching at Harvard to come to this country to become a rubber stamp. You see, what is it that I want? I have everything I want. There's nothing that a position can give me except to do policy, to do things. But to come to that position where I can do something in power, I must come up fighting. And in the process of fighting, those people who stand to lose, they will hit you. That doesn't mean that we ought to just see what is that which is the least common factor or something, and don't hurt anybody, be goody-goody on everybody. You can't bring change that way. I have brought a lot of change in this country. But whether I get position or not, it doesn't matter. If I get position, I'll change everything in a very short time.
Well, Dr. Swami, we may not agree with everything you say, but you say it with a lot of passion. I can understand why you tend to go on and win those arguments in court. Let's see what people make of what you have to say, and at least where the 2G spectrum scam is concerned, we value the work you have put in. Thank you for your time. Wish you all the best.
Bye.
Thank you.